Cześć wszystkim, witam serdecznie was na streamie. Nie wiem, chyba jest dobrze wszystko, mam nadzieję. Dobra, zaczynamy. Alana Wake'a, rano jedyne. No nie mogę się doczekać. Dobra. Ja już pograłem godzinę gdzieś. Przyznaję. Trochę mnie to wciągnęło. No i też patrzyłem jak działa, nie? Gra. Kurde, ale nawet sobie nie ustawiłem skrótu, żeby kamerę wyłączyć. Jak będą jakieś cutscenki czy coś. A dobra.
We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way.
O.
This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Kurde, mam nadzieję, że nie będzie ten... Znowu bana jakiegoś. Za to, co teraz tu będzie. Dobra. W sumie nawet nie wiem, czy jest cenzura na gości. Ale dobra. Zobaczymy. No. Okej, tego nie pamiętałem. Graficznie. Graficznie to ta gra nieźle wygląda. Bardzo. Kurde, chyba Alan Wake był, nie? Ta przebitka, nie? Możesz zacząć biec szybciej, naciskając shifta. Okej. O. O, latarnia. O. Ło. Dobra. Tu mnie chyba nikt nie postrzelił poprzednim razem. Mocne. Cześć Kamila, cześć, cześć.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
Okej.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are, Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Zaproszenie. O mój Boże, Jezu, jedynkę Alana Wake'a grałem, nie wiem, jakoś po komunii od razu, wtedy dostałem Xboxa 360 i taki telewizor,
I should
się
take
mówi o
the
plazmę, nie? Kurwa, ale to było. No, odjazd totalny. Dobra. Mapa. Kluczowe lokacje danego obszaru. Mój wóz. Twoja lokalizacja. Czyli cała gra. Dobra, mam nadzieję, że nie cała gra się będzie rozgrywała na tej małej mapie. To dosyć mała mapa, jakby nie było.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Wiecie co? Może... O. I tło napisów damy. Zobaczymy, jak to będzie działać. Dla tych, co oglądają na telefonach, będą mieć bardziej czytelny tekst.
Hey there, Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Raker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Okej. Ciekawy dialog.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
O, to jest fajne. Tablica dochodzeniowa w miejscu umysłu. To jest dosyć ciekawe.
The mind place. My version of the mind palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the mind place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking
No.
another look.
Tablica dochodzeniowa jest techniką umysłową, dzięki której saga może analizować wskazówki i prowadzić śledztwo. Zasadem można się poruszać, przybliżać. Okej. Swobodnie przyjrzeć się tablicy dochodzeniowej lub nacisnąć Escape, żeby wyjść. No dobra, ale czy coś my tu porozmawiaj z kimś? Okej.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started.
A, nie zatrzymuję gry. Dobra. No tak, to jest jednoczesne.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
To jest w ogóle postać Maxa Payne'a z jedynki chyba, nie wiem czy dwójki chyba też. Model, no nie? Tego typa to...
Hey Casey,
To jest w ogóle chyba reżyser,
you
tak?
putting me in charge. Why now?
Look,
Tak mi się wydaje, że to jest reżyser.
better detective than I am.
Gier Remedy.
Crack cases that had the rest of us baffled. to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring?
Czy ten, no,
Oh, what happens to cops who say this is
producent,
the
nie?
last case?
Real funny, Anderson.
No właśnie, schodzenie po tych schodach bardzo mi właśnie przypomina pierwszą część. Też tak schodziło się, z tego co pamiętam, przynajmniej na początku gry, to właśnie chodziło się po schodach.
Okay to jump down?
Tyle pamiętam. Zalona Wake'a jedynki, Boże. Było ile lat temu? Z 10? 9 lat temu chyba? Coś takiego. Albo i więcej. Kurde, nie wiem ile lat temu to było. Dawno temu. Jak tego Alana Wake'a grałem. Ta potężna góra w oddali. Mirror Peak. Okej. Mirror Peak, czyli tafla jeziora odbija górę całą. Kurde, aż ta gra wygląda. No ładnie, ładnie. Roślinność jest całkiem spoko zrobiona. Mgła wolumetryczna też jest. O, jakiś znak. Biwak nad Cauldron Lake. No idę, boż.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Kurde, ciekaw jestem, czy będą robić remake'a właśnie Maxa Payne'a. Fajnie by było.
Yeah, what beer can I make it, Mulligan? Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
No i jest to ciało.
This is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor.
No nie, nie.
Memo of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
To by nie było bana. Okej, czyli, no dobra. Czyli to teraz mogę sobie tutaj trzasnąć.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Nowy wątek śledztwa. Okej, czyli teraz musimy poszukać tych dowodów.
Step 1. Examine the corpse.
O,
The killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
o, i teraz sobie mogę wejść tutaj i Cyk.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Okej. Scan control, tak? Dowiedz się więcej o ofierze i o zabójcy. Znajdź dowód, porozmawiaj z kimś. Aha.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Dedukcja dostępna, aha.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Okej, teraz trzeba porozmawiać z kimś.
Did they plan for the murder to happen here?
Nie wiem, z Maksem? Nie.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Dobra. Czyli teraz mamy...
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Okej, następne dowody? Ale gdzie? O, tu coś jest, tak?
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Czyli co, oni też chcieli nagrać?
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation.
No i to jest taka super moc chyba. Właśnie, to profilowanie sagi. Można odkrywać nowe wskazówki przez profilowania, właśnie. I to jest dosyć ciekawe.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Like the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Okej, jeszcze coś trzeba znaleźć.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Tu nie mamy biec czy iść?
Hunches, Anderson. Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
No właśnie,
Haven't figured that part out yet.
to jest takie dziwne.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big.
A witch with no heart. A strange echo of our murder.
Legenda głosi, że gdy dama odrzuciła zaletę lokalnego szeryfa, oskarżą ją o to, że rzuciła na niego urok. Została utopiona, lecz z spuszczonej przez nią chochli wyrosło dziwne drzewo. Dokonać zemsty na swoich oprawcach. Zabiła szeryfa, topiąc go w jeziorze, następnie wycięło mu serce i zamknęła je w pudełku. Ciekawe. Wtedy stop. Ale to czemu jest zarośnięte teraz?
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
To o tym mówił, że jezioro nie pozwoli wejść?
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
To właśnie bardzo mi się podoba.
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
To mi się bardzo podoba, to jest takie
I
wszystko
should profile Nightingale about this page.
jakby książka, czy to co pisze Alan Wake się urzeczywistnia, nie?
Found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Boże, ja nie wiem, co to w ogóle za głos w jej głowie jest. A, agent specjalny Robert Nightingale. To chyba słowik Nightingale, nie? Okej, czyli możemy więcej dowalić, tak? Tych tutaj dowodów. Z tych wskazówek.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Okej, czyli do kostnicy.
I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body.
Czy nie, prosektorium? Bo tak to się nazywa.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Muszę jeszcze tę grę przejść, Control, nie? To też... Podobno jakoś te światy są ze sobą powiązane, Alana Wake'a i Control.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure, but the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Dużo dotknął to fajnie. Jak mechanika jak z Residenta Evil normalnie. Nie wiem, coś takiego było w jedynce Alana
Let's get
Wake'a.
the car. Drive to Bright Falls.
Wiem, że było zbieranie baterii do latarek.
At the diner.
I chyba amunicji się znajdowało też.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Kurde, no dobrze, dobrze. Fajnie... Fajny klimat jest. Enter. Dobra. Let's go.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they've seen much stuff this gruesome.
Była znajdźka, jak grałem wcześniej.
Be right back.
A właśnie.
Is that a kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox.
Tu siedzimy w tym razem bohaterko. Życzę bohaterskiego dnia.
He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
A no to można ulepszyć bronię, tak? Okej.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod for a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart
Co
just
on
to throw it
zaskoczy?
away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
O, tu też? Okej. No okej, czyli teraz tutaj.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Dobra.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront.
Okej.
Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Bright Falls, Washington.
Hi.
Kurde, nie wiem, czy w mieście, w miasteczku rozgrywała akcja gry, nie pamiętam.
No, don't care. How much did you have? Not enough. That's all much. Never enough coffee. Oh, rich, bittersweet nectar.
A, Deerfest, no tak.
Oh dear. Cute.
Coffee World. Oh dear, diner.
The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
Okej.
We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Culver left.
Kurde, ale ta gra wygląda, no nie mogę po prostu.
Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. Have some pie. It'll take your mind off things.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details.
Na Alan Wake'u.
Perfectly legal.
Okej.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found her. The whole thing was...
Ups.
That's all.
Coś jakby skłamali, nie? O, profilowanie. O.
The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth. The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
Found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree bag, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists.
Okej.
So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear fat.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me. I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl? She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember. How do you know I have a daughter? Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time. No. You're mistaking me for someone else. If you say so.
W ogóle to jest tak pojebane, bo ja tą postać, nie wiem, kojarzę, jakbym już gdzieś ją widział. Tą Rose, nie wiem, czy co w jedynce Alana Wake'a była ta postać, nie mam pewności. A druga rzecz to nie wiem. Kurwa, dziwne to jest bardzo.
My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Kurde, jeszcze nie grałem D&D. W ogóle nie grałem w żadną planszówkę. No może kurde w podstawówce takie planszówki były mocno takie, no może nie średnie, tylko proste takie były, proste, o.
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible.
O, mapa Bright Falls. O proszę. My są gdzie? Na biurze szeryfa.
I'll be right with you, sir. Yep. Just here to pay my ticket. Whenever you're ready to take my money.
Teraz gdzie? Troszeczkę.
Sir, some patience, please.
It doesn't budge.
Okej, tu są cele. Łazienka. O, ktoś kradnie papier toaletowy. Nie rolka. Okej. To ciekawe.
Agent?
O proszę. Pierwsze baterie chyba, tak? Ups.
As you know, the investigation is being taken over by the federal agents.
I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. If only had a tour guide also. Spare season. Oh no, a bear.
To w ogóle jest.
Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow. Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine. And I'm here to give you...
Tak, bo to jest w ogóle Finowie chyba, tak? Remedy Entertainment to Finowie są.
and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Janko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. And that's why at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours,
Koskela Brothers.
fuck the government. We have bolt cutters. Oh wow. You think of everything. And we'll take you anywhere. Hiking through the scenic Elderwood National Park. Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak.
Reklama zajebista.
The tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this limited edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
Okej. To było ciekawe. O dobra, są i oni.
With the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Ciemno.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
Zawsze mnie rozweselają kostnice. Nie mogę.
I can't force it open.
No jest.
Let's take a look at our patient.
Dobra.
Start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination.
Zaraz będę. Mała przerwa. Dobra, jestem. Pyk. O. Dobra.
What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
Właśnie na sercu.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. That's not right. Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged. Doesn't add up. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
A, to są znowu te śniadaniówki, tak?
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message.
Ups. To chyba Bright Falls, tak? Co? Czy nie? Golden Lake. Okej.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer.
Kul drzewa, okej.
To know more about the code of the tree if I'm going to shut them down. That's not right.
Okej, jeszcze telewizor, tak? A, to jest to, dobra, to już oglądaliśmy. Dobra, teraz tą kartkę, tak? Wyciągamy. O nie! Widać za dużo.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
The fuck?
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Show me the clicker.
to jest trochę pojebane. Rzucił nas jak ten. Rzucił nam jak szmacianą lalką. No.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
No to jak w jedynce, nie? Okej.
He can't see me in the light.
My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Go.
Tutaj? Dobra.
Vanished.
Kurde, te modele są zrobione dobrze. Jasny gwint. Kurde. A to jest utwór, nie czy nie będzie copyright strike'a. Dobra.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it.
No i właśnie szeryf zniknął, nie?
We need to make sense of this. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
There's one of the pages on the floor.
Nie jest ta, co szeryf upuścił?
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Choć go nie było, opętany. Stworzeniem roku. Był poza jej zasięgiem. Leże mroku. Sektorem był w opłakanym stanie, jak wybuchła tam bomba. Nightingale polował na Sagę, nie wiedział jej pod światłem. Oczy opętanych nie radzą sobie z jasnym światłem. Uchrzaniona sprawa. A czyli mam coś znaleźć teraz na tej tablicy, tak? Nie. Nie, nic nie ma, nie? Nie w radiu coś jest, ale... Aha, to jest, dobra. Z rozdziału, no nie? No i co? A, i tutaj?
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Okej. Do kolizji. Sprofiluj, tak? Ale jak mam sprofilować, jak nie mam nic?
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay? Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, ma'am.
To jest tak powalone. Gracz czuje się, jakby był w takiej książce, jakby, nie? Takie...
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Yeah, right.
Nie umiem tego wytłumaczyć, jest to tak inne.
They're a fine pair.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared and already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. Merced won't roll over on the issues.
Okej. Okej, do podróżowania między lokacjami.
Clock out, get a beer.
Fire and Rover, tak.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. The same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Okej. Czy dostawał jakieś listy, tak? Z fragmentami powieści. Ten nasz partner. Serce.
The page says nightingales in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case. I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
No to kto?
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricting area signs.
Hello, Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes,
Nie jestem z reklamy?
to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pullo, Karjalanpiirre.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can gnaw right through a garbage can.
That's all for now.
No teraz jest otwarte to, nie? Wyraźne ślady ingerencji w system. Ktoś się dobierał do maszyny.
Let's get to the murder site, Casey.
I'd be happy to get you VIP tickets into Coffee World. Just say the word.
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
Trochę się jakby ściemnia, nie? Cholera. No nie. Tylko nie to. Będziemy po ciemku chodzić po lesie.
Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale.
Znowu wspomina o tym.
Page did place him at Cauldron Lake in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
No, coś jest. Tu coś jest. Tak?
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Aha, idziemy do tej chatki. Chyba. No nie, zaczyna się. O nie. Chory ambient się włączył.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here? I can feel something. A presence. Nightingale isn't far.
Chwilowanie teraz?
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Which is ladle?
Mhm. No tam przechodził, nie? Tymi drzwiami. Kurde. Panie. No to w tym miejscu właśnie jest, tak? O, tu. Coś tam teraz jest.
These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away.
Mhm.
Another page.
To jak w jedynce było.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay.
Chatka wiedźmy.
I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
is witches ladle the doorway into the overlap. If so, that's where I'll find Nightingale. Light is the key. To stay safe. But for something more to be revealed as well.
Kult z drzewa? Coś nowego? Okej. Właśnie w ogóle mam problem z myszką, bo mi się psuje coś przycisk. No. Wow. Teraz mordy, tak?
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Ups. Dobra.
I need to find the witch's hut.
No, musimy znaleźć, musimy. Co tu jest? O, baterie. Dobra, to będzie w lewo teraz jakoś, nie? Co jest? Coś ich się skurzyło. Jakby tutaj coś łaziło.
The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse. Okay, I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
This fuse is busted.
Okej, musimy znaleźć bezpiecznik, nie? Będzie niezła jazda, ta.
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though. A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
Ala nad nami czuwa, okej.
making progress.
Dobra. No do tego momentu doszedłem.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
The fuck? A trzeba będzie użyć serca, tak? Okej. Dobra, ja chyba skończę. W sumie i tak się nie spodziewałem, to że dzisiaj będę streama robił. Tak zrobiłem testowego, że tak powiem. Kurde, ale czat nie działa, nie wiedzieć czemu, nie? Nie działa czat. Dziwne. To jest ten? Chociaż, a nawet Streamlabsa też nie ma. Nie, coś tu, jakieś dziwne rzeczy się dzieją. A nie, działa chyba. No, pokazało się. Dobra. To jeszcze coś spróbuję napisać, coś. Jak to działa? Czy to jest animacja, czy co to jest? Tak. Dobra. To chyba tyle. Wielkie dzięki ludzi za wbicie. Co jeszcze mogę powiedzieć? Do zobaczenia na następnym streamie. No i chyba tyle, nie? No, dobranoc. Do zobaczenia na następnym streamku. Pa, pa.